Just to reintroduce myself, I'm Tom, a fitness coach and personal trainer at Canterbury Christchurch University Sports Centre, and today's class is Get Started. Equipment we need today is water bottle, 2 objects of the same size, and a wall. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to get us started with a warm-up now. I'm going to get the music on, ready for us to get going. Start with a bit of Ellie Goulding today, I think. Cool. So guys, we're just going to start by walking on the spot using the arms and the legs. Just start to warm the body very gently. It's important you don't go from 0 to 100 straight away. Watch me now, guys. We're going to flex the knees up, okay? Still while using the arms. I know my coordination's not very good, so I let my arms stop when my legs move. Try and use them both at the same time. And now bring a knee up, pull it in towards the body and down. Knee up, pull in and down. And alternate between sides. If you can't reach the knee, don't worry, just bring it up. You don't have to pull it all the way in. Keep walking on the spot for me, guys. We're going to put our arms to our sides. We're going to start with small circles going forwards, bringing those shoulders into play. Bigger circles now for me, guys. As I said, today's class is called Get Started, and it's a beginner's bodyweight circuit class. Big circles all the way around for me now, guys. If you find anything too challenging today, I will give you a regression exercise. You can use that as an alternative. Arms back to the side for me now, guys. Small circles going backwards. Feel free, if you don't want to use one of the exercises given, to use your own exercise or regress the exercise yourself as well. Big circles going backwards for me now, guys. Swing the arms across the body. Keep walking on the spot though. Okay, back to walking. And we're now going to bring up to a slight jog. It's not a sprint, okay, it's a slight jog. Just to warm up, okay, so we're saving our energy for the session. We're now going to do a sequence of exercises, okay? So I'm going to show you as we go along. So we're going to start with 5 side squats on each side, okay? So 1, 2, 2, and 5 on each side. So that'd be 10 in total. Don't worry if you can't go low, okay? If you struggle to get depth, just do little squats, okay? You don't need to go all the way down. Completely up to you and your own ability level. And when you've done your 10, if you just jogging on the spot for me, guys. Using the arms as well. Okay, the next one we're going to do, guys, is we're going to stand still. We're going to reach down towards our toes. Stretch the hamstrings. We're then going to squat in and then push back up and extend the back. Okay, so it's a bit of coordination. It's a hamstring stretch, followed by a little squat, followed by another hamstring stretch, and then a back extension at the end. And we're doing 5 of these for me, guys. So reach down towards the toes, squat down, back to hamstring stretch, and then up. And we're doing 5 of these. Hamstring stretch and up towards the toes. Bit of an awkward one to remember the sequence of, but you will get used to it. It's taken me a couple of weeks. And then when you've done that, guys, if you go back to jogging on the spot, so I can see you've all done your 5 of those. Using the arms as well. Okay, you should all be done on those by now, guys. All we're going to do is stand on one leg, swing our leg out and in. Struggle with your balance, not a problem. Use the wall around you to help you, or any object that you can. All we're doing, bringing out, and we're going to do 5 on each leg. Just to stretch the glutes, the adductors. We're doing some kickbacks today, so it's important we get them stretched and change sides. Jogging my balance now. And then when you've done your 5, if you go back to jogging on the spot for me so I can see you're all done. Two more exercises, guys. Next one we're going to do is we're going to kick forwards and then back. Again, don't feel you have to kick all the way up. Just go as far as your flexibility allows you. We're going to do 5 on each leg. The reason why we're doing these exercises, guys, is because they're dynamic, okay? Static stretching can be used as the cool down. We want something to warm up that's going to raise the heart rate. And then back to jogging on the spot for me. When you've done your 5 on each side so I can see everyone's done. Okay, guys, when I say go, I want you guys to bring the pace up. Could be a run, could be a sprint, up to your own ability, but I want it to be faster than a jog. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go, guys. We're going to do 10 seconds. Faster running on the spot. As I said, to your own ability. Doesn't have to be a sprint, just faster than the jog. Use your arms. 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. If you stop there, grab yourselves a quick drink for me. Well done. You should hopefully all be feeling nice and warm now. I am now going to show you the exercises. Okay, so I'm going to show you an exercise. We're then going to do it for 30 seconds. I'm going to show you another exercise. We're going to do it. Once I've done that for all 4 exercises in the circuit, we're going to repeat. Don't worry, I will explain as we go along as well, guys. So the first exercise we're going to do today, I always start with this exercise, a really important exercise for the upper body and the core, is a press up. Don't worry, if you can't do a press up, I will give you an alternative, okay? So a press up, you're on your hands underneath your shoulders. Core should be tight, shouldn't be too high. I see a lot of people doing press ups like this. Okay, that's more like a stretch. Core nice and tight, down, and then up. If you struggle with a press up, you've also got the option of doing it on your knees. Okay, you can also, if that's too challenging, you can hold this position, or you can hold that position. Okay, so completely up to you on how you guys want to do it today. So if everyone gets down into the press up position, and we're going to do it for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Those press ups, you don't want to be rushing them, okay? They don't want to be quick. I want you to control the movement. And that should be the same for every exercise that you do. Can do explosiveness, but it shouldn't be all the time. And stop there for me, guys. The next one I'm not going to pause the music for, just so I don't have to stand up, and it's quite an easy one to explain. It's going to be a plank. Most of you would have done plank before, okay, guys? To do this, we're going to come down onto our elbows, bring our feet up. Again, you don't want to be like this. Okay, you want your core to be nice and tight so that your back is not arching. So we're going to hold a plank for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Core nice and tight, guys. Five to go. 3, 2, 1. Eye the tiger as well. Okay, so if we can all stand up, grab yourselves a couple of objects of a similar size. Just those objects that I mentioned. Do not worry if you don't have them. Okay, I will give you an alternative. Well, it's not really an alternative. It's going to be exactly the same exercise, but without the objects. So, to start off with, all we're going to do is we're going to raise up, and then we're going to bring it forwards, and then we're going to come back, and then down. I'm just going to pause the music actually so I can explain something really quickly about technique. So this is a lateral raise, working the side deltoid in the shoulder. When you do it, if you look at my hands, they're always below my forearms. You see a lot of people do it like this, okay, which doesn't engage the shoulder, but uses the arms, okay? So you want your hands, always think hands below elbows, or hands below forearms. So before I spend too much time talking, I'm going to start the music and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. So 30 seconds of lateral to forward. So it's upper lateral, pause, forward, pause. Back to lateral, pause, and down. Okay, good. Lateral, forward, back to lateral, and down. Now is when you'll find out whether your choice of weight is correct, because if you've gone heavy, your shoulders are going to be on fire. If you've gone too light, you may want to get something a little bit heavier for the next round during the break. And stop there, guys. Well done. That's lateral to forward raise done. These next two are going to be quite nice and easy exercises, but I want to start introducing some weight-based exercises back into our routines, hopefully for when gym's open. So next one we're going to do is a bicep curl. Still holding our objects. Again, you don't have to use the objects. You can do it without as well, so it can just be a body weight movement. All you're going to do, if you look at my wrists, palms facing upwards. It's called supination because it's like drinking out of a bowl of soup. Okay, so palms facing upwards. Elbows tucked to the sides. All we're going to do, curl up, squeeze the biceps at the top, control the way down. What you don't want to do is this. Okay, if you watch what happens to my elbows, they move forwards, which takes my biceps out of equation and uses the shoulders. So elbows tucked, curl up. So bicep curls in 3, 2, 1. And again, it's more about really trying to use the muscle on this exercise because it's quite easy because we're not using much weight. Really try and use the bicep to lift it up. And I can make just a couple of Lucozade bottles feel heavy. So you guys can do exactly the same. Palms facing up. Really use the biceps. Squeeze at the top. Control the way down. Squeeze at the top. Control the way down. Okay, guys, stop there. Well done. That's 30 seconds up. I'm just going to pause the music. We're going to have a little break. As I said, them last two exercises might have been a little bit easier than usual, but I want to start introducing something a little bit different, okay, and working with weights as such, okay? So make sure future classes and for today's class, any kind of equipment like 2 objects at the same size would be fantastic. It doesn't have to be weights. I know a lot of you haven't got access to weights, but absolutely anything. I see some people using baked bean cans, some people using bottles, some people using suitcases. Absolutely, possibilities are endless. If you found that a bit too light today, feel free to go and grab something a little bit heavier. I'll give you a little chance to do that now before we start the next circuit. As I said, if you've got any questions at all, just drop them in the chat box. We're now going to do every single exercise, one straight after the other consecutively in a circuit, okay? So we're going to start off with the press-up. So if everyone can get down into the press-up position for me. So remember, as I said, control on this one. We're going to do press-ups in 3, 2, 1. Control, especially on the way down. You want to control the movement. The way up can be explosive. The way down should be slow and controlled. We're working the chest and the triceps on this exercise, guys. Straight into plank now for me, guys. So if everyone can go into a plank position, we're going to hold for 30 seconds. So go when you're ready. Again, you don't want that back dipping. You don't want that back up here, okay? Core needs to be nice and tight. Hollow body position. Really squeeze your tummy muscles as much as you can. Three, 2, 1. We're now going to stand up, grab our objects, our weights, our baked bean cans, our water bottles, and we're going to go into lateral to forward raise. Let's go, guys. 30 seconds. I'm just going to start a timer. Keep going for me, guys. What sort of routines have you guys been doing in the lockdown? Let me know what you've been up to. It's good to see what everyone's doing. Get some inspiration. Oh, my shoulder's burning now. You guys should feel it too. 3, 2, 1. Into bicep curls now for me, guys. Elbows tucked to the sides. Supinated wrists, so palms facing upwards. Squeeze the biceps at the top. Again, good posture on this one. Head up, you don't want to be leaning over. You also don't want to be swinging your back to get the weight up, okay? Three, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Grab yourself another quick drink. I'm going to start introducing the next circuit just for time purposes, because I know I talk a bit too much sometimes. So, first exercise of the lower body circuit, guys. What we're going to do is a squat. I want you to focus today on controlling the full movement, okay? So if you watch me when I squat, feet should be shoulder width, just outside shoulder width, depending on your mobility. Toes, again, can be pointing outwards, can be pointing forwards. You might find it more comfortable to point them out if you're not very flexible like me. Okay, we initiate the movement by keeping the core tight, head up, chest up, and shoulders back. Arms out in front or on the body, wherever you want to put them. Initiate the movement by posterior pelvic tilting, so push the bum out whilst keeping the core tight. We're then going to sit into the squat, pause at the bottom, and then I want you to control the way up, okay? So it's a controlled movement down, so slow down. And then on the way up, I want you to really focus on controlling it and using the muscle to push yourself up, as opposed to just coming out of the squat explosively, okay? So we're going to start with 30 seconds of squats in 3, 2, 1. Really trying to use the muscle to move yourself out of the squat, okay? So initiate by sticking the bum out, squatting down nice and slow, pausing, really using those legs to push out of the movement. The reason why I'm getting you guys to do this, okay, by sticking your bum out before you start, it helps you to sit deeper, which activates more of your glute muscles. Okay, so the muscles in your bum. On the extension at the top, you're activating your quads, so the muscles in the front of your legs. 3, 2, 1, and stop there for me, guys. Well done. Next one we're going to do is a stiff leg deadlift. So in terms of technique for the stiff leg deadlift, we're not going to do it single leg today. We're going to do it double leg. You can, if you want, also use your objects, your bottles for this. Okay, so you can hold them in each hand. I'm going to do it with them just to show you. All you're going to do, slight bend at the knee. Don't want to be fully locked, so slight bend at the knee. You're going to keep your knees in this position through the entire movement. Head up, chest up, shoulders back, just like every movement, core nice and tight. We're then going to control the weight down while sticking the bum out. Okay, so sticking the bum out, the knees aren't bending, okay? The knees stay slightly bent in a fixed position. If you watch me, control down and pull through the hamstrings. Lower down by sticking the bum out. Pull through the hamstrings. You don't want to be doing this, okay? So you don't want to be bending your legs, or you don't want to be rounding your back. So everything will be tight. I'll watch your technique if you guys want to turn your cameras on. Feel free to, and I'll watch your technique if you stand side on so I can see you, and then I can always give you feedback as well. So let's go, guys. 30 seconds. Sarah, brilliant. Sarah's got a camera on as well. We're going to have a quick look at everyone's technique as they're going. Fantastic. Good, Wendy. Sarah, technique also looks fantastic as well, so well done. Slight bend in the knee, head up, chest up, shoulders back. Roll lower down, pull up through the hamstrings. Make sure you can try and keep your shoulder blades back for me, okay? Head up, that's it. Good, Sarah, well done, fantastic. Three, 2, 1, and stop there. Well done, everyone. Next exercise we're going to do is a reverse lunge. Okay, so we're standing forwards. All we're going to do, bring a leg back and lunge down. Tom, who does the other class, likes to say to have two 90-degree angles at the knee. That's a really good way of explaining it, okay? So all I want you to do is come up, lunge back, come up, lunge back. How you do it is completely up to you. You don't have to go all the way down. You can always do little lunges as well. So we're going to do 30 seconds on each leg in 3, 2, 1. And this is going to be our last exercise of this circuit because we're doing one set on each side on this one. We're going to have very little rest and we're going to go again for a full circuit. Lunge back. Sarah, technique's really good, so well done. Wendy, by the looks of it, your technique's also great, so well done. And change sides for me now, guys. So other leg. If you've been alternating between, just keep going for the full 60 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Stop there, guys. Quick drink. We're only going to have 30 seconds off and we're going to start the circuit again just for time purposes. And then I'm going to take you guys for a quick cool down as well. 15 seconds to go. We're going to start again with the squat, okay? So if everyone gets into the squat position and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds of squats. Let's go, guys. Remember on this squat, initiate by sticking the bum out and then squatting down. Feel free during the classes, guys, to start yourself at any time. If I'm talking, feel free to just start the movement if you want a little bit more time in the position as well. Remember on this one, it's bum out, control down, push up, using the muscle. Okay, we're going to stiff leg deadlifts now. So slight bend at the knee for me, guys. What we're going to do, core nice and tight, lower down, feel that stretch in the hamstrings, and then pull up. Remember, stick the bum out to start the movement. You get a lot more of a stretch that way. And as I said, we're pivoting at the hips. The legs should not be moving. The legs should be in the same position. Really feel that in the back of your legs on the way down. Five seconds to go, everyone. 2 and 1. We're going into reverse lunges next. So we're lunging back. Try this time to start on your weaker side, guys. If you've got a weaker leg, start on that leg. We always have a predominant focus. Naturally, we'll always go to our stronger side. I want you guys to try and break that habit in everything you do. All it's going to do is strengthen that imbalance. Normally the exercise that you start with is going to be the one that you do the best with and you develop the most on, because that's when you've got the most energy. So try and start on your weaker side, because that's the side you want to improve the most. Change sides for me, guys. Good, well done. We've got 15 seconds until the session is done and we've got the cool down, and then that's it. Three, two, one. Well done, guys. Stop there, grab yourselves a drink. We are now going to go to the cool down phase of the session. So, in terms of cooling down, guys, I want you to start by bringing one arm across the body and pulling it towards us. Static stretching, important component of the cool down, allows the body to allow its heart rate to return to normal while still keeping moving. So if you change sides for me, guys, if you haven't already, you don't want to just suddenly stop exercise. You want to bring it down gradually. Arm over the head, push down to stretch the triceps. And then change sides for me, guys. Other side. So in terms of other classes, I want to try and remind you, I barely even remember the day of the week at the moment, let alone the name of the classes. So put your hand above your head and reach to the side. I'm going to try my best. So Wednesday is stretch and flex with Andy. Today we've also got legs, bums and tums with Amy. Come up for me and change sides. Thursday we've got mind and body with Kaz. Good class, nice and relaxing. So if you want to chill, feel free to go to that. It's good for balance and other elements of fitness as well. Come up for me. Hands on the hips. Reach back. Friday, we've got hit and abs as well with Kaz. We've also got another class like today's. Reach forward for me, guys. On Thursday, okay, it's a similar class to today's, but it's more advanced. So if you want to tune into that, and that's with other Tom, and that's on a Thursday afternoon, I believe. And then reach back again for me, guys. Next one is going to require a little bit of balance. So we're going to stand on one leg, grab our foot, put it towards our bum. You can always use a wall if you need for support. I know I do. For balance, knee pointing towards the ground. You don't want to be doing this. Okay, so knee pointing towards the ground, core nice and tight. And then change sides for me. And this is stretching the quads, which we worked a lot today during the squats and the lunges. And then we're going to keep our legs nice and straight now, guys. And then we're going to reach down towards our toes. It's not a stiff leg deadlift because the legs are straight, remember? But it works the hamstring in a similar way. You just don't want to do this with weight because obviously then it will put a lot of strain on the knee joints. And that's why in the stiff leg deadlift, they get you to have the legs completely straight. Again, the next one's going to require standing on one leg. So if you've got a wall, that would be useful. Foot on knee, slight bend. We're just going to apply a little bit of pressure on the inside of the leg. Stretches the glute. Okay, I'll show you from the side. Foot on knee, apply pressure on the inside of the leg. And then change sides for me, guys. Foot on knee, apply pressure to the inside of the leg. Well done, guys. If you grab yourselves a drink, give yourselves a pat on the back. That is the class over for today. In terms of future weeks, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you can see here. And also, please feel free to tune into our other classes, which can be viewed here. Okay, thank you so much for joining today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the class.